What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Stump, and welcome back to Rank 101, turning noobs to pros since 2020. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Jasmine is Zesty. He's a Silver 4, and today's game brings us to the map Casello. I love Casello, man. It's one of my favorite maps. But if you want to submit your rank game for the next Rank 101, then hop on into my Discord server with the link in the description and check out the Rank 101 channels. Make sure you follow all the rules so that way your video has a better chance at getting selected. So without further ado, let's get into this game. I say, ask one question. They gave me 3. But yet, for the second time in a row, all the questions answer themselves. So the question that Jasmine Zesty gave me for this game is, what are some positions I could have held on CT where my team needed? And to be honest, your positioning is not terrible. I will say your crosshair placement could be better. Right there, that's okay. This position here is fine, especially with the MR96. It's good for holding long angles, especially in the earlier rounds if you decide to buy it. This position right here is okay, but you should be holding this angle right here. But your teammate's already holding that, so you should be more focused on top where your teammate went down. And your crosshair placement, not the greatest. Your teammate kind of took that away. Teammate kind of sold that for you. Should have been holding that for them, but you guys won the round. That's what's important, right? But it's not just about the positions that you need to hold. It's also about what you are holding in the first place. So I got the mini-map pulled up here in my photo editor. Remember how well that worked last time when I tried to do my map idea? Anyways, that's another video. So there are 3 things that the Coalition needs to hold and take control of on every single map, every single game. The first thing and most obvious thing is the bomb sites. Because, you know, that's how the breach are supposed to win each round, is they plant the bomb or they can kill the Coalition. It doesn't matter. Most of the time, you'll find players who don't plant the bomb and just go for kills because they don't understand the concept of a tactical shooter like Critical Ops because it's baby's first game. I just plant the bomb! But yeah, defending the bomb sites as the Coalition is pretty self-explanatory. It keeps the breach from planting the bomb. However, the second area is actually the first area you need to be taking control of, and that is choke points. Choke points are areas outside the bomb sites where the Coalition and the breach routes intersect. So right here, balcony, that's a common choke point. Here at statue, underpass is also another common choke point. Garden underpass right here is also another choke point, as well as top right here where the breach pushing like this. And then you also have forest right here, which is also another choke point. However, there's one thing that a lot of players don't talk about, and it's another area, or I should say areas that you should be holding, and that is rotation routes. Rotation routes are routes in a map that connect bomb site entrance to opposite bomb site entrance, like this. It's actually more like this, if you think about it. And now comes the segment of this video where I like to get into Critical Ops theory. So, like I said before, rotation routes are routes that connect bomb site entrance to bomb site entrance. The fastest route between both bomb sites is called the primary rotation route. Any route that connects to the rotation route but is not part of the primary rotation route itself is called an alternate rotation route. Alternate rotation routes that do not share a bomb site entrance to the primary rotation route is called a flank rotation route. So the more entrances to a bomb site, the more flank rotation routes there are, and the more players you need on that bomb site to be able to defend it. So B site, you're going to want at most 3, and for A site, you're going to need at least 2. However, Casello has this little rotation route up here that isn't like any other map on this game. This is what we call a funnel route, where the direction or the route in which each player takes is predictable. It's not connected to the primary rotation route, and it's not connected to any alternate rotation routes. And this can be used with other rotation routes, like this flank route here, with the primary route, and also the funnel route right here, trying to get into A site. Now, something I forgot to mention is the importance of holding choke points and holding these rotation routes. Taking control of these choke points for the Coalition will allow you to create a solid defense and prevent the breach from getting into the bomb site in the first place. Controlling the rotation routes will allow you to have easier access into each bomb site and be able to rotate between the bomb sites freely. It also can split the breach in two if they are not in control of mid, especially on Casello, because if they aren't in this area, it's free game. So now that you know what areas you need to be holding, you need to know how to hold them. And the best way to hold them is with utility. Now here's the important part. The order in which you enter the bomb site is what position you're going to be playing. It's going to be different from every other map. So if you're the first player into B site, you're going to be wanting to try and get control of Statue Underpass. So you're going to throw this flash to get out, and then you're going to throw this smoke grenade to allow you to push out from here and be able to take this. Now, they're going to try and spam it if they are sitting right here, so you'll be able to use that information to your benefit. You'll be able to use the smoke to get anyone sitting there. If you're the second person onto B site, then you're going to want to throw the utility for balcony here, which is the choke point. You can also throw the smoke here. You also throw this incendiary right there to burn anyone coming out like that. The third player on B site, if there is ever one, will be holding this angle right here. Or they can come up and push here to hold for sound. If they hear sound, they can just swing, take them out. Having both of those players holding the choke point will make it very hard for the breach to try and push through. And with the player pushing through Statue Underpass, taking that map control, it's just going to completely cut them off from the rest of the map. And speaking of the rest of the map, the first player into A site is going to want to get utility over garden wall here. And when I mean garden wall, I'm talking about the hedge right here, because the breach really like to push top. It gives them a good position to get into A site, and we want to deny that. So you're going to throw this flash right when you see this window. You're going to run up to this window, to the door, and you're going to throw it over. It's going to blind everybody in there, and you're going to have plenty of time to jump up here and get into garden underpass and be able to help the statue underpass player in case there's anyone else trying to push through. And if you're the second player on A site, then you're going to come right here and you're going to throw this smoke down, and you're just going to hold this. This is your job. This is your job right here. Because they can throw all the utility they want. They have to get through the smoke. And if you're holding the smoke, they can't push through. Because when you're standing just right on the edge right here like this, you're still visible, but you can't see shit. But what happens if you don't have utility? Well, then there's a golden rule that you need to follow every time you play in the Coalition. The number one position you can play is where the enemy isn't expecting you. And the best way to do that is to not play in the same position more than once in a row, or once per round. Because if you're holding this statue position every single round, they're going to expect it, and they're going to swing you and tap you in the face, and then you're going to get upset. So if one round you're playing this position is fine, then another round you can come up here, this position right here. You can hold this in case they try to push around here. You can take them out and then push it, take anyone who's trying to push that. Or you can hold this position in another round. Or if you know you got a teammate playing on the site, you can push right here and hold this long angle, just swinging it. That is a glitch if I ever saw one. Holy crap. Same thing for A site. If you don't have any utility, then you're going to want to be holding for forest or for top. And to hold for forest, that position you had at the beginning, this is where you want to hold it right here. Hold it like this, crouched, so that way anyone's trying to shoot you through the boxes, which they will if they expect you there, they will hit you right here. And then playing for top, you can play this position right here. You're protected from fountain, forest, Jesus. You can also play off a sound right here and just hold this, let your teammate expose them, then you swing this and then just mow them down. Or you could swing this, pick players off that are on top. And if you have a ratio, you can sit back here in CT and hold this top angle right here. You can even jump up here. You can even use these little holes right here, which are very good at hiding your position. You also have right here as well that you can use. But that's why utility is so important for the Coalition, for their positioning and for their bomb site setup. If you don't have utility, or the right utility, then your defense is going to crumble, the breach are going to be able to push through and expose you, and it's just not going to be fun for anyone. So going back to your gameplay, holding a position like this right here where you're at, just this isn't holding anything. Yeah, see, your teammate was in garden underpass and they're able to take out players in mid. That's the importance of taking on the rotation routes. And since your teammate's already holding the statue position, you should be holding statue underpass right here. You should be holding this for him because you get line of sight onto the enemy first. So you should be holding underpass, or at least pushing up into underpass. And yeah, if you were holding underpass, this player that pushed onto B site and killed your teammate with the bomb, you would have been able to stop him. But again, you clean up the round, and that's good. Good job. Your kills are messy, but you do okay. So your other question is, are you too aggressive or you're too passive? And honestly, you're a little bit too aggressive some moments and too passive at some moments, and that's all because you just don't know where you need to play. I think this is probably one of your best rounds right here. As your teammate goes down, you're holding this. This is fine. Good shot. Good shot. Get a nade kill here. You don't, but still. You get a 4K here. Here's your third. You get a swing you on your left. And there it is. And unfortunately, this round, you guys kind of sold. Well, I should say your teammate kind of sold. Because you die. Your teammate knows where he is. And he sells. Crazy. But still, good 4K. You held them right there in that spot. That flash misses entirely. And so right here, you get a headshot, and you retreat. You throw the smoke, which is good. You can do that, but you're pushing back, you're pushing back, you're pushing back. You push all the way back to CT. What are we doing, bro? You had a good position right there. You were just way too passive. You do get that kill, which is good. You still got a player Forest, and there's the player at Garden who dies. And that other player rotated back up, and I think he dies here.
Coalition wins.
But yeah, you pushed way too back, but it's not a bad thing to retreat. So after you throw so after you throw your utility here, you then push up here. You throw this flash, which does. You throw this flash. You somehow managed to throw it through the fence. Don't know how you did that. Anyways, you come out here, you swing, you get this kill, and then you retreated. You retreated all the way back. You threw the smoke. I don't know how did it. How did I don't know what you did, but you managed to keep it in. Somehow it stayed in because you can throw utility through the fence there, and it just goes away. Yeah, you retreat all the way to here, and you keep retreating, you come all the way back to here. What you should have done is after your utility and how you would have played by throwing the flash out there, missing the flash, you push out, get the kill, you fall back to here. Play this area, or if you want, you could come back to this spot, play this area, so that way you're a little bit more concealed to the player top, which there is a player top, and if you were sounding, you would have heard him, and you would have been able to take him out, and then if he decided to swing you here. But yeah, riflers, you're allowed to retreat. You're not supposed to stay in one spot all the time. If you do, you're going to get swung on, and you're going to get one-tapped. And also something else I want to point out, which is your last question, is any other points I picked up. Your utility. It sucks. And it's common for silvers to have sucky utility. And I showed you some basic utility to use in this map. But right here, this nade, not really good. And you didn't really buy any other nades. You kind of just messed up your buy there. But not, yeah, your teammate is holding... You're holding the same spot as your teammate. That's an okay spot. Because you don't have utility, it's a different position. It's pretty good. Your crosshair placement's bad. It should be up here a little bit more, because if they jump onto this box for whatever reason, then you're just going to be shooting at their chests. But what I like about this spot and this round is you wait for your teammate to clear all of Forest, and then you hold top just in case they try to push, and then your teammate gives the all clear, they're all B site, and bomb is down. Now you're able to come in, get some cleanups. A little late to react to that guy. You're able to get him, which is good. Last guy's pushing you.
Coalition
That's
wins.
good. But yeah, I don't have to watch the rest of this video because it's mainly just for Coalition. It's literally half the video. Well, more than half, as you can see in the time line there. So to recap, the positions you need to hold are the choke points, which come before the bomb sites, and then you also need to hold the rotation routes that allow you to quickly rotate between both bomb sites. And obviously, you need to hold the bomb sites, because if you leave a bomb site unguarded, it's free money for the breach. So if your teammate is already holding something, then you need to hold something else. So for example, like in that one round where your teammate was holding balcony from statue, you should have been holding underpass that entire time, because that one player just pushes in and just gets your teammate. You could have easily had that kill beforehand. And as far as being too passive, don't give up too much map control. You can get a kill and then reposition to hold a better angle that the enemy team's not expecting. And also the utility thing, make sure you pay attention to the utility that I showed in this video, because those will help you in your games going forward. But the one thing to remember for the Coalition is to make sure you're playing in a position they do not expect, and do not play the same position more than once. And that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all learned something today. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my Discord server where you can submit your Rank 101 videos. And as always, stay safe. Bye-bye.